Good morning everyone. This is Kamikawa Kaylin. This time, I would like to talk about the Memo app. Previously, I used to talk about the standard iPhone Memo app. I have described how to improve various deficiencies and how to use them. I think the most inconvenient of the standard Memo apps is checking the total number of characters. There are also apps that specify the range and check the number of characters from the share menu, but it is extremely inconvenient to not be able to confirm each time instantly. So now the standard Memo app is only used for managing favorites. Normally, I use an app called Character Count Notes to write YouTube manuscripts. I am satisfied with the number of characters and ease of use. Just like any Memo app on the iPhone, what if the number of notes increases and the size of the app becomes big? Not only does it threaten iPhone storage, but the app itself is slowing down, it interferes with character input, suddenly the file disappears, etc. Will you ever be in trouble? No, you probably have such trouble. Given that, I can't agree with the specifications of such a Memo app. Why did such specifications become so popular on the iPhone? In the first place, in Windows, a memo is a file saved with the extension text HoloCircle.txt. For a long time I thought that it was divided one by one and saved one by one. Word, .doc, and PDF have different extensions, but they are saved one by one. One by one is lighter, it doesn't matter if it increases, you can send it by email, it can be read by other software such as Windows and Word. But why only the iPhone Memo app? The app and the data are together, is it stored in one app? No wonder. This is like, when it breaks, all the notes will be useless, right? Move old notes to your PC and save them, or did you wonder what to do with reading the old ones? I thought, but in fact, even if it is a memo application, if you save it with Save to File from the Share menu, it is saved as TXT one by one and can be saved in iCloud, etc. I found that it can be read from both Windows PC and Word. But saving and loading another backup, I'm still not sure about this. Well, if I delete old memos more and more, the problem will be solved in my case. But there are always people who want to keep the old ones, right? Also, in the case of the Memo app, remembering the cursor position can be forgetful and troublesome. Once I close the app, the next time I open it, I completely forget the previous cursor position. It's often the case that you're back at the beginning. In my case, when I copy a long sentence, there are circumstances that I cannot do at once. There are times when I copy and paste about 1500 characters in several batches. Around 5000 characters, the app completely forgot the previous cursor position. There are times when I am back at the beginning of the sentence. It seems that when the text gets longer, I forget it. When this happens, I don't know how much I copied. In the worst case, start over is often the case. Especially in English and Korean, you will not know how much you copied. For Memo apps, it's no exaggeration to say that most Memo apps do. So 1. Save each sentence as text and do not save it in the Memo app. 2. You can save, load, and search with file management. 3. Never forget the cursor position. When I searched for a Memo app that could satisfy these 3, gored to top, or, surprisingly, the app was already on my iPhone. It's just a scale from the IS www. It wasn't a Memo app, it was a kind of app called a text editor. What is the difference between Memo app and text editor? I don't know the details, but www. A text editor is it seems to be used when writing or modifying the HTML language or programming language. In my case, in the work of correcting the timestamp of the subtitle SRT file, I used a lot of text editors to fix it. Until then, I didn't know what I could do with Save to File in the Memo app, so I didn't use it, but I haven't used this text editor since I knew it. However, if you hide the display of line numbers etc. with this text editor settings, it looks exactly like the Memo app. Moreover, it is very sophisticated, and you can specify the number of characters per line, specify the line spacing, etc. in detail. You can count the number of characters, you can undo, with the extension TXT, you can save files one by one to your iPhone or iCloud. You can easily enter numbers, parentheses, special symbols, etc. for character input. It can be saved automatically every 10 seconds, It doesn't matter whether you write 100,000 characters or 1 million characters. After checking, even the free version is 1 megabyte, about 500,000 characters. The paid version can save up to 100 megabytes, about 50 million characters. Regarding the search, I was worried that I could not search all documents, but with a function called grep search, you can perform a full text search of all files by specifying a folder. No, it's all done, it's free, and it doesn't advertise at all. A perfect memo app was sleeping on my iPhone. The name of the app is Liquid Logic. There are many other apps in the category of text editors. PW Editor is also famous, and I used to use it, but as the number of files increases, reading slows down, so I stopped. However, there may still be good apps. Why didn't the iPhone memo app specs look like a text editor? Is it okay to have the specifications that hold data in the app like it is now? I was made to think this time, but what do you think? I will stop using the memo app for a while. I would like to use text editor as a memo app. That's all.